Oh, hello everyone. So I'm back. Going to be doing something different tonight, something that I did a little bit of a few months back for the last Ludum Dare, but going to give it a try. I've been looking for things that I can do that are a little bit less, I don't know, like taxing on my brain. So I thought I was going to go, I think I'm going to go, I've picked out some Ludum Dare 39 time lapses. So I'm going to go, this is going to be sort of like a react video. I'm going to watch Ludum Dare time lapses. So most of them are just only a few minutes long. Going to give my thoughts on each. If they're too long, some people can make time lapses that are like 20 minutes long, so I might just only watch like 5 minutes. I might put the limit at 5 minutes, then move on to the next one. So let's see here. I just went to YouTube and did a search on time lapse Ludum Dare 39 within double quotes. So I'm assuming all these are Ludum Dare 39 games. Turn that up. So this is the first one, Ludum Dare 39 programming time lapse. Speed up factor 100 times, and program is done 72 hours. This is a 72-hour jam. Spent time spent developing is 28. Doesn't cover the last day. But he doesn't say what the game is called. Okay, let's watch it. Doesn't have any music.
Move with the grooves, move like that, and now we move with the grooves, move like that.
I don't like it.
With the grooves, move like that, and now we move with the grooves, move like that.
Yeah, I always use music from my game during my time. Why would you want to put somebody else's music on your time? I don't understand that.
Can't waste this moment. Once we lose it, gone forever. Instead of what if, wish we could clone it. You and me, we could own it. Transform it.
I don't know why my mic isn't picking up as great. I don't even. Yeah, that's barely getting up halfway. Let me pause this. My mic should be. Let me go to sound settings. Okay, I was not prepared. Let me go to sound settings. See, I had to actually wipe my Windows drive. I didn't lose any of my data or anything, but I had to wipe the Windows drive because I had Visual Studio Community 2015 and Community 2017 that was installed by Unity 2017.1, so it installed Visual Studio 2017 Community, but it's like the stripped down version, and it didn't have everything that I needed, and it didn't have the installer or anything installed, so I tried uninstalling 2015. It just wasn't happening, so I had to go back and just wipe it all. I know I went through here and configured this earlier. And it worked pretty well on the but look at that. It's barely picking up. It looks like it's picking up the webcam instead of my microphone. I'll disable that. Testing. Properties. Levels. So this needs to be all the way up. Testing. Okay, that's good. That's really good. Okay, so that might be a little bit too loud. Because Open Broadcaster, I see it's actually going into the red sometimes now. But I think that's good. Okay. I think we're good now. I think audio should be good. And let's continue watching this loop. I still don't know what the name of this game is. But it is Lua Love 2D. So I think Love 2D... I think Love 2D is like the programming environment. I haven't ever used Love 2D. I've done a little bit of Lua programming years ago for World of Warcraft, making World of Warcraft plugins in Lua, but I've never used Love 2D. So it looks like he's got a guy moving around on a grid. Is he developing in Linux? I can't see. Oh, I can barely see his bottom toolbar. It looks like Mac OS. I do like it how he has currently programming map.lua, so you kind of know what he's working on. So I don't know if this Love 2D, is it free? Can't stand the music. I want to mute this music. So he's got some guys fighting. So how long is this one? This one's 15 minutes, so I think I may cap this at 5 minutes. Because there's not a lot going on here. Looks like he's got some forums or something. Look, he keeps looking back at. Oh, maybe he's working with somebody else and that's their way of communicating. They're using some chat client there to communicate back and forth. Maybe they're using Discord, or what's the other one that I started using? It looks like the new one that the Nox devs use. I can't remember right now. Slack. Yeah, maybe they're doing Slack there. Yeah, I've never actually... I do my music on my Mac. Oh, they're using Trello. Look like Trello. So I guess this is a two-person team. It looks like maybe one guy's doing the graphics and the other guy's doing the code, maybe. I'm guessing. So glad that music's over with. I bet there's more cruddy music. In the world. This music's terrible. So he's got a guy moving around in a room on a grid. Queue, events, handling escapes. What's going on there? Googling stuff. I hope my video here doesn't get flagged for this music for copyright infringement. I think I'm doing enough talking, but maybe I need to lower it a little bit more just in case. I don't need another copyright flag. So it looks like this guy is the coder and his other buddy is the artist, I'm guessing. Is that Trello? It looks like Trello. Yeah, it is Trello. So he's got a guy moving around in a room. And are those enemies? Extra sprites? I like their communication mechanism. How they can just pop in and ask each other questions as they're programming along. This kind of makes me think of, like, if I had an extra me, I could tell the other me is like, hey, start working on that model and start working on those graphics. And I've never really worked with anybody else on a game before, but I think you got to find somebody. I had that one time when in the Knoxville game design group, they tried to set me up with a couple other, like, right out of college guys. And they really didn't know what they wanted to do. I was going to make an engine for them. And I was like, hey guys, you got any graphics for me? And waited a week, waited another week. I got my little example engine running, got a guy moving around and hopping around. Hey guys, got any graphics? So they send me like one one sprite sheet, which is like a animation of this little naked guy walking around in 8 frames. Like, no, that's not going to cut it. They wanted me to port one of their existing games. I'm like, hey, send me your graphics assets. And never did hear back from them. So it's like, oh well. If J, then. Currently programming player Lua. Oh, this music! Ugh! Oh my goodness. Kill this music. Mute! Your music's horrible. Okay, that's better. I'd rather have no music at all than listen to that. Yeah, I should find some of my my free music. Maybe I should pull up some free music. That way, if I have more videos that don't have music or cruddy music, I can find some free music really quickly. My standard stock of music for videos. Where's Open Broadcaster? And it didn't talk no music. So yeah, this will do perfectly. It's not the greatest, but hey, it's better than what we're listening to. I want to play with VLC. Do I not? I don't have VLC installed yet. Great. I thought I installed that. Maybe I installed it. Oh, yeah, I did install it. Why doesn't VLC come up as an option to play MP3 files when it's supposed to be like the default player for MP3s? I don't understand that. Okay, there we go. So it looks like he's starting to pull in some of the graphical assets that I'm assuming the other guy made, because I haven't seen any of these graphical assets being created. So I'm assuming the other guy created the graphical assets. Writing collision code. Yeah, one thing I'm thinking about my future time lapses, maybe like having the name of the, if I've decided, because usually I can decide on the name of the game pretty quickly. So maybe if you just have the name of the game across the top, so when people are watching your time lapse, you actually know what they're developing. Yeah, they're just chatting away back with each other. Sending code examples. Wow, that was like a screenshot he just sent over or something. Has crystals. So something where he's picking up crystals, and looks like they got the level defined as an array. Got some projectiles going on there. I'm gonna have to give Lua a try sometime. Seems like it's pretty popular. It doesn't look like you can make 3D games, but 2D sprite-based games, it seems to be pretty popular. 2D Love. Lua Love, whatever. That might be my next mini jam, whatever that may be. Polishing Mechanics. So I'm wondering if he added this little play-by-play down here, if that was added to the time lapse after, or did he have that up and running? It looks like an overlay that was done in the video after. Wonder why everything's so gray. Was that done by design, or is that something done by the editor? Or I guess maybe the power is going out? I don't know. As they lose power, it gets grayer or something? Doors. A lot of loops in this game. This video doesn't cover the last day of programming because of performance issues, screen recording, and lighting engine. Source code very messy due to time constraint. Precaution is available below. The following is a full playthrough. Okay, I don't want to watch your playthrough. So yeah, I don't know. Wow, these bugs are getting crazy around here. You know, these mosquitoes are going crazy. Okay, so yeah, I don't know what that game was. Put the name of your game either in the title or description. It just says Ludum Dare. What is the game? Okay, let me close my VLC, see if this music is any better. So this is Power Watch, Ludum Dare 39 time lapse. Seems like it takes it a little while to get the focus in for it to get the right frame rate or get the right resolution. So I think I saw GIMP, and what is this? Aspirite? Never heard of that. What is this IDE he's using here? Is this Forte? Don't know what this IDE is here. Workspace, is that the name of this application? Making a Java game? Aspirite. Looks like a little... That's a pretty good job. But pixel art there, which I'm not crazy about pixel art. But yeah, I don't know about Java games. I mean, they're fine, but it's like kind of a pain having to distribute the JRE, or you have to assume people have the JRE already installed on their system. Now, is he using layers? He's not even using layers to do all this. That's pretty wild. Oh, no, there's the layers down there. I didn't see the layers at the bottom of the screen. Is this a moon? What is that? This little fleshy guy. This little blobby guy. What in the world? So we got a particle editor. I'm gonna have to look up this workspace thing. Looks like he's using Git for his source code repository. So he's got a little knight guy attacking other knights. and explosions. That's a nice rocky texture and grassy texture. I don't know, I think people are just bored with the 2D sprite-based games. I mean, there's been a million of them made. And, yeah. I mean, it does take skill to make 2D sprite-based games, to do the art. But if you're going to put all the time and effort into making a sprite-based game, why don't you just use Inkscape and make something that looks pretty instead of blocky sprites? I mean, blocky sprites were great back in the mid-90s, but I really don't want to see them today. Everybody's trying to, like, live off that nostalgia factor, but the nostalgia factor only works if you're looking at something you haven't seen in 20 or 30 years. Now, if you see sprite-based graphics every day, then it doesn't seem that special. So there's a Java particle editor. That's interesting. I do have to say the music is better than the last game. I don't know if this is the in-game music or just some royalty-free music, but I like how everybody has to put in their game made in 48 hours, made in 72 hours. I mean, if it's a Ludum Dare game, you kind of assume that it is a 48-hour or 72-hour game. I mean, that may help with the ratings. It's like if somebody's playing your game, it's like, oh yeah, this was made in 48 hours and not a jam game. So I don't know if that's helpful or not. I just like having my game as a game and not having a special like Ludum Dare build that has created in 48 hours for Ludum Dare, like printed on the title screen. I'm going to have to check this Asperite thing. It looks like it's a pretty good drawing tool. I mean, I don't do a lot of pixel-based graphics though. That's the only problem. But if I were to do a pixel-based game, that Asperite tool looks like it would be a good thing to use. Is that like a big bomb or something, or is that a potion? Wow, it's been so long since I've done Java code. That's like the first programming language I learned in college at Georgia Tech. After we did like pseudocode, we started straight into Java. I think they do Scheme or something these days. But yeah, we started out on Java with object-oriented programming. And we actually did some graphical programs. I think I put some of my old programs up on GitHub. So you can check out my gotechgrad.github.com or org or whatever it is if you want to see my old Java programs from college. So yeah, I guess I didn't say it earlier, but I guess this is a one-person team. Now, the previous time-lapse was the first time I ever saw a two-person team time-lapse. The only downside is you only got to see one side of the time-lapse. It'd be nice if you could have seen... Have like a... That would have been cool to have a side-by-side, two monitors of both people on the team programming at the same time. That would be a very cool time lapse. Just like a little scuba diver guy. So we got a knight and a scuba diver. I don't know what the name of this game is either. Oh, this was... I think the name was somewhere. So it looks like he has tiled... Using Tiled for this game, which is a tool that you can use to generate XML files for laying out sprites for a map or for a level. I just think sprite-based games are so horrible. You're spending all this effort. Why don't you make it look good and use Inkscape? It would be like people still making movies in black and white. I mean, I know they did do the original Clerks in black and white, but people don't make games in black, or people don't make movies in black and white anymore. So it's like, why would we want to still make pixel-based games? Aside from the nostalgia factor. I like the little particle creator there. So he's using BFXR. Yeah, there's got to be some other tools out there to generate sound effects. I mean, I'm kind of over the... I mean, BFXR is a great tool, but when you're playing a game, it's like, oh, yep, they use BFXR to do the sound effects. Now, was this Bosca Seoil? Is this for making music? I wonder if that's a free tool. So I don't know what's going on in this game. So you got a knight, or no? Do you play as a scuba diver, or do you play as the knight? What happened to the knights? Oh, it's a screw attack from Metroid. So he's making his bars, his meters. So it looks like you get some sort of power, and you have your life. Oh boy, how long is this? 15 minutes. Wow. So there's like a wheel, a cracked wheel. What's going on here? Is this like the wheel taking damage as you attack it? There's a little explosion. So it really doesn't look like there's a whole level. It's just like going... Oh, maybe he's creating the level right here. So I don't understand. So there's an L bar and an R bar. There's 4 meters in the game. And then a timer. I know, yeah, if you didn't know, the thing was running out of power. Black Storm? I wonder what that means. His desktop background. What is Black Storm? It's always interesting looking at all the icons on people's desktop. Like he has a bunch of wave files, audio files, Power Watch. What is that tool that he's using to do that graphic there? Was that GIMP? Done! Yay! Okay, we don't want to watch how it turned out. Maybe that's what I should do at the end of my time lapse, is show the actual game. I've never done that. But my actual gameplay is like, can be 18 minutes long. Okay, so this time-lapse game of life, Ludum Dare 39. I like it when people actually have pictures of themselves so I can see what they're doing. So, looks like he made some notes there. And menu. Is this... So, I don't know what language this is. but he's actually writing this in English. The interface is in English, but his tool is in some other language. I don't know if that's... Is that German? So, yeah, this is a Unity game. Oh, I need to turn on some music. Oh, no, I just had the music. Oh, no, he doesn't have music. I don't think. It just sounds like scratchy noises. It's like background static noise. I'm curious about that language in his interface. So is he working with somebody else? Running out, start a family. This is, so yeah, I guess this is the Game of Life. I don't know if it's like the board game Game of Life, but maybe similar. Seems that there's been a lot of games use this theme. Starting a family and all that. I know I played a game a lot like this in a previous Ludum Dare about starting a family and everything. Family management. Maybe that's a new subgenre. Family management. Oh, wow. Let me turn on some music. This is another 12-minute game. Or I don't know if they're including actual gameplay at the end. Wow, that's loud. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. I wanted to minimize. Crud. Okay, get me out of this. Crud. Just wanted to minimize. Okay. Turn this down. Turn my speaker down. So he's doing Unity. He's using the latest version 2017.1. Wow, what is this that he's using? Is that his code editor? He's using some really weird code editor there. He's fairly quick at like flipping between code and Unity. So what is he streaming on Twitch? Is that what's going on there? Why doesn't YouTube tell me how many viewers I have anymore? It's odd. Oh, there it is. One watching. Yeah, I don't know what that editor he's using there is. It looks pretty cool, but a little bit too dark for my taste. I like having editors with a white background. Game state. Rider 2017.1. Is that the name of that application, Rider? Is that the name of the project? Never heard of Rider. Spam, 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 spam. See that in his chat there. What's this Undertale garbage in there? See, this is a little bit too in-depth for me, like having all those different little options. It's like I can do family management, but just give me like 3 or 4 options. I don't need 20 different things. I don't need The Sims. Family, health, age. So it looks like each family member has... So is the food and energy a total food and energy, or is that per person? Happiness, health, and food. Oh, family health. So you got a family value, then your value. My current action. Time to finish hovered action. So it looks like you pick something to do, then it has a countdown for the amount of time that it takes to do that. Uh-oh. Is this freezing or? Don't know what's going on here, but it's starting to lag. I don't know if that's me or his video. So that's pretty cool how, like, you have an age and you can see how your family changes over your lifespan. So he's using Discord. Discord GG. Backlog. Game over. You ran out of XXX. So politically correct. Partner goes shopping. Partner does this. Partner does that. This is just like, let the user pick if they're a male or female at the beginning, then put either husband or wife. That's what I say. This has got to be from one of those politically correct countries, but it's somewhere in Europe. Oh, I like the energy bars there. I wonder how he's doing the stretching. Is he scaling those, or is he using the mask? The mask thing that I used. Canvas rent image. I can't tell if he's using a mask. That's pretty cool how, like, he has a green area, then a pink area, then a red area. But that's just for, like, the overall energy. Now the food, health, and happiness only have a green and a pink area. I'm not sure about these fonts. Maybe he'll pick a font later when he's doing the polish. Using standard Arial. Yeah, I think that's within the rules. I mean, I've always used a pre-made font for my games. I like the different colored buttons. I don't know what the difference between the orange and the blue. Looks like the blue buttons are for the partner. The baby blue buttons are for the partners. Oh, he's got the guitar out. I did that for my very first Ludum Dare. Then I never did it again. I was like, that takes way too much time. I do sound effects. Was that a kazoo? Using Audacity. Those are a lot of tracks that he laid down there. Wonder if he's doing some cool echoing effects or something there. Age 80. Golly. I've got to play this game now just so I can hear the kazoo. Oh, programmer art. Nice. It's kind of like those little bumper stickers on the whatever they are that people put on the back of their windows on their car, the little stick families, and then you can see the other stickers where people have like dinosaurs eating the stick families and everything else. Yeah, somebody should do a game about bumper stickers. That would be a very unique game. I don't know how you would make a game about bumper stickers, but I have a feeling there's a game in there somewhere. It's like you could have bumper stickers and see how many people you can irritate with your bumper sticker. Then people can have road rage because they don't like your bumper sticker. There's a game there somewhere. Game compo. Yay, compo. See, what I always thought is like if somebody actually wants to see my game, they can watch the gameplay video. I mean, there's always somebody. If I don't do it, seems like I've been pretty good now doing a gameplay video. But if I don't do a gameplay video, then there's somebody who has. Wow, he has like different little parts for every part of his development process. That's a lot of videos. So that's Time-Lapse Game of Life. Wow, he has a lot of subscribers. He has about as many as I do. Maybe actually 4 or 5 more than I do. Wow, he has 1.5 million views. He must be hot stuff wherever he's from. Mooj Web. He doesn't have a description. Choo Choo TV. Espanol. He must be from, I don't know where this guy is from. I want to say he's from Spain, but, where is this guy? I bet I know one way to find out. Is like, take this title. Right here. Copy. Go to Google Translate. Which, I'm not crazy about Google, but hey, I'll use it to translate stuff. It's Czech. C-Z-E-C-H. Czechoslovakia. I knew it was one of those European countries over there somewhere. I would have never guessed that. I knew it was probably. I was thinking more north, like Sweden or Holland or somewhere else. But so this is Fluff Factory. This one looks cute. See if it has decent music. Oh man, turn that up. No music. Great. Let's go. Let's go. LD39, main goal, run shop for battery recharge using hamsters, FPS. Well, he's pretty snappy making these little windows and things. So I'm assuming this is a compo entry. Got a button. So I like how you see both of his screens. But it looks like he's not capturing actual screens. He's capturing the game window and then the main Unity window, I think. Or maybe he just has both of those full screen. And he could have done something with the black area around the screens. Wow, that's pretty cool looking. A little lamp. So if it wasn't obvious, this is a Unity game. Making a little ladder. Pipes. How is he making these models so quickly? Is he editing those meshes within Unity? I didn't think that was possible. Or is he doing everything in looks? I guess he's doing everything in cubes. Yeah, I guess so. That just seems to be a lot of overhead if you're making a cube object for every little thing. I would have just made the ladder in Blender and pulled it in. That way you just have one ladder object instead of a million different little cubes. The lighting effects look cool. Happy Fluff. Is that cereal? Do you have to feed your fluffy guy cereal? Food. Oh, look at that. The food's going down. I guess the little critter's eating the food. My music sounds all funky for some reason. It's like I got two things going on here. I guess it's not. Oh, I like how his eyes wink. Or, yeah. Open and close. Blink. That's the word I'm looking for. Blink, not wink. Is this? Oh, that's... I didn't think this had music. That's why the music sounds all funky. I didn't think this video had music. The music's actually not too bad. Dollar signs. So do you open the little hatch on the door? That's kind of cool. Did he animate that? Got a little treadmill going on there. Yeah, so I guess these are two separate screens. He just has his game tab maximized in the other screen. Recharge station. So now there's no music again. What's going on with this time lapse? It's like either have music or don't have music. Well, the little sprites are cute. Now, I don't know what tool he used to actually create those 2D sprites. Here's another one. Here's another one already queued up. LD39 time lapse. Development of inefficient plasma weapon. Candlelight game. Another one with a, I like the video camera. You can see my time lapses. I get like really groggy there at the end of the second day and burn out. Is this a Blendar? This is a Blendar. I like Blendar. Might actually learn something here. Looks like a little light. Look at that. Is it like an egg or something? How did he texture map that so quickly? No, this is a very short time. It says 1080 HD, but come on. It's not HDing for me. Usually it snaps to the correct resolution after a few seconds. But this is okay. Must be kind of a short game. Is that like a little ship or something? Using the Unity particle effects default particle effect generator. Using the Unity UI interface. Yeah, once you learn how to use the Unity UI, then you don't go back. It is pretty nice. Especially if you turn on the scaling, scale with screen size. That way your UI elements will stay in the same position on the screen. No matter the screen size or matter if the window is resized. That's cute. It's like a little planet with the core in the middle. What is going on here? SOS, save our ship, save our shields. BFXR. I wonder how many downloads BFXR has gotten over the years. I mean, it's, and then the previous, what is it, SFXR? There's had to have been 1 million downloads of BFXR. Oh, look at the little ship and the rotating. Now, I would have not done flat shading. I like how the little barrel's like moving up, zooming in. But yeah, that little earth needs a little bit of shading. Maybe a texture. 2x, yay! Yeah, and he needs to apply flat shading on his lights there, because I can see like I can see each individual face. Wonder if there's any other 39s in here. There's a ton. Power Beat Racer. This is actually pretty fun watching other people's time lapses. This is a 5-minute one. This isn't too bad. What is he watching? Videos for inspiration or something? Looks like some sort of racer or something. Wow, what is up with his like taskbar down there? It's like this bright magenta color. So is this a a Slack user as well, or Discord. I think I just haven't. I'm still in the past. I haven't made it. I need to start using this modern Slack, Discord technology here. Back in my days, we had IRC, and we loved IRC. That and BBS chat. Wow, this is a very sped up time lapse. A lot more sped up than mine, because you can see those minutes just flying. But it's like, why do people put like sleeping time in their time lapses? That's just so dumb. Or at least speed it up very fast. I don't want to see end of day 1. It's like, please cut out all the nonsense in your time lapses. You got like 2 minutes worth of just end of day 1 in your time lapse. You can cut that out of your time lapse video. This guy actually seems like he's just staying on YouTube. What is this guy doing? Is this the YouTube game or something? I don't understand what's going on. Arkham Bright. This guy's got like a Batman thing going on here. So it looks like it is a Game Maker game. I think. LMMS. I've never heard of this tool. Looks like he's creating music in LMMS. Let's keep pixel art, image editor, Power Beat Racer. Don't put freaking nap time in your time lapse. Good grief. Ghost Boy. He spends a lot of time on YouTube and Twitter. It's like, I don't need to see your Twitter stream and your YouTube watching. Posting it to Itch.io. Okay. That was interesting. And there it is. Woo! I don't want to see 38s, I want to see 39s. Tony Vore. Okay. Oh, I played this one. Everyone plays golf. It didn't work. It was like really buggy. I think it's like a... Let's see if they got sound. Nope, no sound. It's supposed to be like a networked golf game, I think, where everyone's putting the ball independently. Like I think it's supposed to be like where the world plays Pokemon. Everybody's like inputting their own commands. But it didn't work when I was playing. Or maybe just nobody was playing it, I'm not sure. So is he? Yeah, he's using Blender. using Visual Studio. I didn't understand why his golf ball was so you could see all the polygons and everything. I would have smoothed that sucker out. Now we got a black screen. What's going on there? So it is interesting he tried to do a network game, but it's not very fun to play for a Ludum Dare game when you got people playing multiple games. It's like, I'm not gonna go out and try to find other people to play. But like I was saying earlier, I don't think it was meant to be played directly with another person. At the same time, it's supposed to be like this experiment where everybody in the world on the internet is putting the ball. But for that to work, you need people like constantly sitting in the game, and I just didn't have the patience. I think I waited a minute or so for my putt meter to restore, and nothing happened. So it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna wait like an hour to get one putt back, especially when I'm the only one that's playing. Is he doing a flag? I don't remember a flag in the game. I've never done a golf game. I should do like a golf or a pool style game. I think that would be pretty fun. I wonder if you can combine golf and pool together to make a game. Like have different strengths of pool sticks and have pool, have like combat pool, where you have hazards and bombs, and that would actually be kind of fun, I think. So yeah, another Unity 2017.1. Yeah, this is like way too much networking for a Ludum Dare game. It's like, if you're going to do a network game, make it very simplistic. Well, I guess golf is pretty simplistic, but I don't know. You're going to need a lot of players to achieve that. I don't know how to make a game, a networked game, where you're going to have people's constant... I think that's the problem with this game, is people are going to play it for 5 minutes, then they're never going to come back to it. So it's like you almost have to make it where you see an instant reward for what you do with your turns in the game. So it would be neat to see like a game where you could change the game world or something, where you have an immediate reward or response. But it's like, oh, okay, I hit the ball 3 times, and okay, so I'm not coming back to see if the ball has moved again. Now, if the game actually moved the ball dynamically while other people were putting it, that would be pretty cool, but you need other people actually in there playing the game. So it's almost like he would need to say, hey, everybody, please, like, meet up, which I used the M word. I used the forbidden M word. Everybody get together like Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern time, or whatever time of your choosing, GMT time, or whatever time you want to choose, and let's all play this together and see the results. But if you just got one person popping in every 4 or 5 hours, that's not very interesting. Or give people some incentive for coming back. Or maybe give people a lot more turns. So make it like a Trade Wars thing. I remember playing Trade Wars when I was a teenager, and they gave you like enough turns to play for like a good hour. Then if you came back the next day, you could play for another hour. But then as time went on, you would get turns, so you could maybe after 3 or 4 hours, play for another 5 minutes or so. Or you could work on see, that's what this game needs. So like in Trade Wars, you could work on things that didn't affect your turns when your turns are out, while you're waiting for your turns to regenerate. So this game needs something like that. It's like, okay, I putted the ball 2 or 3 times, but give me something else to do while I'm waiting for my power to recharge. Like, give a listing of players or something, or who did what, or maybe like replays. Like, oh, this person. But that's like way outside the scope of a 48-hour or 72-hour game jam. But yeah, network games in general for Ludum Dare is not a good idea. Or at least have an offline mode where people could play it that way. Because I would have liked to play like a little putt-putt game. That would have been pretty fun. I might have to make that game. But it's like, no, being able to putt 5 times and not get any more turns wasn't very fun. Okay, 38, 30. Here's the 39, Oil Patrol. See, I missed the days where they would actually have a tag on the Ludum Dare site. Does this one have sound? Sounds like this one has sound. So I'm going to pause my music. Oil Patrol. Did I play this one? Windows. Okay. What is this? Construct 3? I didn't even know there was a Construct 3. I'm learning stuff. The last Construct I used was Construct 2. It was good. I just wish that you could do more in the trial version. I could only do 100 actions. And I couldn't do it. I did my Swaptroid game where it was like Metroid and it swapped out the pallets every 10 seconds. But I could only do so much in the trial version, and they started bugging me for like paying $100. I mean, 40 I would have been in for 40, not 100. 100's like a serious investment. But yeah, I may have to give Construct. So he's using Pixel Edit. Seems like I downloaded Pixel Edit one time. Or at least people were talking about it. So we got another sprite-based game. NES style graphics. Wow, is this already over? So I need to go through all my videos and put those little cards in here. Oh, what's with the magenta? Oh, I'm glad the magenta was just temporary. I actually did one of my games, the Monster Hotel, and it had a magenta vines in the background, and people screamed when I submitted it to Steam Greenlight. So we got snowmen and snow guys. So is he like actually editing every one of those guys individually? I would have just like took one of them and slightly modified it. Construct 3. Very interesting. Never seen Construct 3 before. We got hard. I like the red to kind of like offset the cool colors in the environment. Just a little bit of a contrast there. So do you pick up weapons that you can use to kill the snowmen? I wish there was a way that you could just apply cards, like one card to all your videos at a specific point. I mean, I don't have the patience to go through 100 videos and add, hey, check out my games for all of them. Okay. Well, that was pretty cool. Here's low battery time lapse. Josh Maggard. Okay, let's get to the time lapse. So this guy has a video. I'm gonna take a drink break here. Okay, I'm back. Theme running out of power. What am I making? Turn-based puzzle. Well, that's kind of neat. Like, these are like the common questions that everybody asks. What are you making? What are you using? What is the theme? So he just has it right there on his interface. What am I doing at the moment? Some brainstorming. How many screens does he have? So we got Unity in the big screen. Then we got an overlay of Visual Studio. Then we have another overlay of his camera and his Twitch chat. And another overlay of something called Beatbox. Never heard of that one. I guess it's another music chiptune generator. And then a pixel editor over here in the bottom right hand. It's kind of interesting. It's a lot going on the screen at one time. It's like I kind of like to see the entire Unity window. I hate it when you have stuff overlaying important parts. That's just me though. I mean, if I wanted to see all the details, I guess I would watch the live if they have a live stream. I've done the Twitch chat on my streams and time lapses, but I don't get a lot of feedback on mine. Sometimes I have people popping in, post a couple of comments, and then it just sits there at a standstill for forever. And usually when people did pop into my chat, it would be these same questions. What are you making? What is the theme? And what are you doing? And hey, check out my game, and I don't have any ideas, and stuff like that. So yeah, we got a little alien guy. Well, it is kind of neat. I don't know if this guy's using OBS or something else, but I'm thinking like in OBS you could have like a window pane and have that one pane always at a specific position for a specific application. I don't know if that's what this guy's doing here, but it's like I can always have my pixel editor in the bottom right hand corner, and then wherever you close it, it goes away. Then when you open it back up, then the next instance of that application will always pop up in that location. I think you can do that in OBS. The only problem is if you have two windows of the same thing, which generally you won't. Like Unity, you're not going to have two instances of Unity, but some programs like Inkscape. I may have 2 Inkscapes open, so it's either going to pick one or the other to display. It'd be bad if the one that you're working on isn't the one that's currently displayed. Don't run out of power. So this kind of looks like a little puzzly type game where you move. It's tile-based movement. Move one tile at a time, I'm guessing. Enemies move after you move. So I don't know what the little recharger spots do. But this is good. Now I know which games to try, because I'm always reluctant to try games. I need to set up like a virtual box on my system to play games in, because I never do know which games are truly safe. But if somebody goes through the effort of putting a time-lapse video, you think those games are probably pretty safe. I mean, if they do make a time-lapse video. And I'm always, like, suspicious of cheating. I hate playing games to cheaters. And if somebody's made a time-lapse video, obviously they're not cheating. I mean, I guess there's still shortcuts you can take, but overall, they aren't cheating if they've made a time-lapse video, them actually showing them making the game. I actually think everyone should be required to make a time-lapse video or have a category of games just for time-lapsers. It's like these are the top 10 time-lapsers, because you know those are definitely authentic games that were made in either 48 or 72 hours. Some of these other games, like, okay, you don't have a time-lapse, and this, especially compo games. I don't even know about these jam games. It's like, you can create all the assets for your game, like, beforehand. Like, the previous week, you can, like, spend all week making your assets. And then just write up your code. I think you can even do your code beforehand if you declare it public. It's like, okay, just take these assets in your code and try to shoehorn it in a theme. I mean, it's like, what's the point in that? There definitely seems to need to be something to even the playing field, like more defined rules. I mean, we're not developing these for prizes or anything, but I guess the point is, I do like it when people have time lapses of them creating their game. It makes it seem a little bit more authentic. But I don't know. I think people should have like their name. I can see his like Twitch username over him, jmaggard62, but it's like on mine, I put my whole URL for my website at the top and my Twitter handle. It's like, okay, you know who's developing this game. It's like my website and Twitch handle aren't changing, so I don't put my actual name, but you can probably figure out my name from the website. It's like you can see at the top of this screen that I'm streaming right now. I got my Twitch handle and my website where people can find out more about my games that I've developed. So yeah, I like the little level select screen that he's created. Now, is that in the 2D interface? I don't think he's using the UI interface. Oh, he's doing this for mobile. At least that's the display resolution. It says up there 320 by 480. I guess it's just kind of hard to get players to play a mobile game for Ludum Dare unless he's doing multiple builds for mobile and desktop. Oh, this is using Unity UI. Is that it? Yay. Here's 0 Volt X time lapse. Sebastian Bernard. I think he's like one of the ones that does a million of these. Ludum Dare. Why don't you do any sound? Oh, do I have the sound turned up? Nope. Why don't you have background music? I think this guy used to like comment a lot on the old Ludum Dare site. How long is this? This is another 20. I might have this. Oh, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to time lapse the time lapse. So normal. Nope. We're going to go twice the speed of the time lapse. So what was 19 minutes, 20 minutes will now be 10 minutes. Anything over 10. I say anything over 8 for time lapse. Which my time lapse may be 8 or more, but anything over 10 is definitely too long. So we got a little shooter going on here. Top down view. Space shooter. Scrolling space shooter. A lot of code. So this is Hacks. I've never used Hacks. That's another one I've never done. Hacks Develop. So I got 2 on my to-do. I got 3 on my to-do list now. I got Hacks. I've got Lua, Love. I think Lua or Love will be the next one that I do. Just because Recursor, he's somewhere in Tennessee. He does a lot of Love and Lua. Thinking about doing that. And then Construct 3. Oh, so this guy's big time Photoshop guy. Big money Photoshop. More sprite based graphics. So it's like watching videos, I guess, getting inspiration. Yeah, this Hacks is new to me. I don't know what language it uses. It looks like JavaScript. Whoa. What was that spreadsheet going on? I think this is JavaScript. I don't know. I see Publix in here. Well, it says function, which is looks like JavaScript or Icom script. Is it Icoms? Ecoms? ECMA. I can't remember. Looks like it has the Super Mario style of blocks. Looks like a laser shot. Laser beam. Pretty cool looking ships there. Has like a little glow. Oh, I like the damage numerical values. That's kind of cool. I would play that. Little buildings. What are those roads? I wonder if the roads play any significant, if they have any impact on the game, or if they're there just for decoration. I like the trees. A little bit of green contrast with the kind of dull background. What time is it? It's 10:30. Wow. I've been watching time-lapse videos for an hour and a half now. It's actually pretty fun. But I do need to get to playing more games. I think I still need to rate about 8 more games. I think I played 12 or 13 games. Rated 12 or 13 games. And I need to edit the podcast, the Knoxville Game Design Podcast. I haven't even started on that. I think I'm gonna save that for tomorrow. I just need to take a day off from work and get caught up on my quote-unquote hobby. Well, that's pretty cool clouds right there. What did he use to make the clouds? Paint? I didn't catch the name of that program. Kind of gives it a nice little glow in the background. Google Play Music. So it looks like the code development for Hacks is built into the editor. And I think this Hacks thing is free, I think. It's kind of amazing I haven't tried it yet. It seems kind of like the end thing to do for Ludum Dare games, but the only thing is it's kind of limited to 2D games. I'd rather be working on 3D stuff. This guy spent a lot of time on sprites. I like the commands displayed on the screen. That's a lot of sprites this guy created. I don't know, for some reason the time-lapse just seems to be a little bit boring. I don't know. I guess that's the level editor right there. Maybe that's how I should do level editing. Do it as a PNG or a BMP, and each pixel would represent an object in the game. That would be kind of interesting to do. Instead of doing my text editor files. So Bosca Coil. This is the second person I've seen use this Bosca Sea Oil. And I'm thinking this is probably a paid application if this guy's doing Photoshop. That would be a game jam. Have a game jam where you're only allowed to use free and open software. But yeah, I guess that would take out Unity because Unity isn't open source. 0 Volt X. Beat Her game. Yeah, I'm kind of looking for. This gameplay, or is this an actual time lapse? Oh. It's still at 2. 26 minutes? No way. No way I'm not sitting through here. Even for 13 it's too long. No, that's too long. Too long. Your time lapse is too long. What in the world? Guy crying. Yeah, I need to find more games in like the intermediate area to play for Ludum Dare. The beginner games, I can take a few of them, but yeah, I can't take a lot of the beginners games. I can't play all beginners games. Oh, I like this music. This is good. Three screens. This needs to snap into 1080 because I can't see anything. Can I force it to 1080? Oh, 1440. Wow. Okay, there we go. What happened? Now, with this one, I would put like 2 screens on the bottom and 1 on the top and not have them all 3 side by side. I think you could actually see more if you arrange these screens a little bit better. And the middle screen's not even doing anything. It would be nice if there's a way to do a time-lapse thing where it followed your mouse so you could see which screen is active. So this one's like really hard to see because it's so small. I did see the Unity logo though. So now we're seeing some activity on the middle screen. So I'm assuming the little checkerboard is just standing graphics. Hopefully. That's what I do. I do like a checkerboard when I'm doing the initial gameplay. That way I can actually see my thing moving. If you don't have the checkerboard, you can't really tell if you're moving or not. That's a cute little ammo box. Are those mines? How did he do the tank like that? That's pretty neat. I need to look into that. Is he using a Blender? I want to know how he did that cubic effect. Well, that's an interesting stage. I wonder how you keep your tank from falling off the little ramps. I wonder how you like actually tilt your tank to go up the ramp. Because if you have your tank with your Y-axis up all the time, then it's going to look funky. Oh, is this an old? No, this is 39. It says it's Ludum Dare 39, but that looked like that was the old site. Maybe I'm just seeing things. I'm seeing things that aren't there. I wonder if he created this music. I think for a time-lapse you should be required to use the music from your game as the time-lapse music. Okay, did this time-lapse freeze? Is that it? What's going on? Is he done? That's a cute little game. I kind of want to play it. Okay, I already saw that one. Why would I want to see it again? Output. So we got a Unity 5.5. Somebody didn't upgrade. Political. Visual Studio. Nice programmer art. I'm thinking English isn't his first language, just by some of the stuff that I saw there. Heat maps, wind, hydrothermal. Is this like a SimCity type thing, or? So he's got this background image, which is kind of like the game world. And it looks like you can pan, maybe, the camera through the game world. Right click to select. What in the world? How long is this? This is 5 minutes. Good. Get out of plant. Plant data. Power. This does seem like SimCity for some reason. Because you're buying power plants, it looks like. Uh-oh, is that a hammer and sickle there? A hammer and shovel? Got a commie here. Power men needed. Get power max. It's a lot of cells. I think I'm gonna have to take a break here in a minute. This is a lot of time. It may not be healthy to watch this many time lapses for 2 hours in a row. I guess I could turn the audio back up a little bit. This reminds me of that dwarf game that we played last December for the podcast, which nobody understood. Dwarf Fortress. Yeah, that was just not my kind of game. Oh man. It's kind of cute, a cute art style there. It's kind of unique. I like the little glow around the mountains. So he's got little buttons there where you can pan across the game world. Like the little clouds or whatever they are, the fog of war. I wonder what the red squares mean. Does that mean something's gone wrong and that area has run out of power? Because I don't see like little buildings or anything. Survived for 4 days. Some of these games are very involved for a 48-hour game jam. These simulation games. I like the little nuclear power plant. That's cute. Got the that's a lot of text on one screen. Okay, great. I'm gonna watch this one. Pixel art time-lapse Artax. That's cute music. I think I enjoy watching time lapses more than I actually like playing games. Because I actually get to see how people create these things. So here's another big money Photoshop guy here. Looks like a purple taco. Little girl with a ponytail. Oh, he's got like his color palette down there. There was a neat site that I found with a bunch of different color palette styles. I need to find that site again. I think it may have been an Adobe website, but it had like all these different palettes. It really didn't have like what they mean or anything, but it's like, hey, if you want to stick to 5 color palette or something, here's 5 colors that somewhat go together. It may have been more than 5 colors, I can't remember. Batteries. It's kind of interesting that everybody uses that little screw attack symbol for power. That's like the universal symbol for power. Little electric bolt type thing. It's a naked man. These critters are interesting. But yeah, more pixel art. So what's up with that? Wow, he's doing a different image for every, like, level, battery level. Sounds like Here Comes Santa Claus. Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. Here comes Santa Claus. Here comes Santa Claus. Da 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 da. Here comes Santa Claus. Here comes Santa Claus. Right down Santa Claus Lane. So I'm wondering if that's the main character, the taco guy, the purple taco. Come Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus. Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus. What is that popping out of his mouth? What in the world? He's got like a gun thing that comes out of his mouth. So does the girl help you repower or something? That's a lot of sprites. Yeah, this pixel art just kills me. Doggy. What are those machetes coming out of its arms? He's actually done quite a bit with this one character. He's got stuff coming out of his mouth and arms twirling around and... So these are like different emotions or something for your character, I guess. He really likes that thing in his mouth. He's spent a lot of time working on that thing in his mouth. Okay, this one needs to get over with. See, I don't see this guy composing any music either. It's just, this is like all art. Is there any actual gameplay to this, or is it just all sprites? This is one of those guys. I'm wondering, is he working with somebody else? And struck by Genuine Earthen Dan Renprian. Oh, I remember this guy, Michael Flat, Directory Barton. So he's working with other people, but I'm only seeing the person doing the sprites. But I remember this Dan Van Yperen guy. He did a lot of like pixel-based games in Java. I remember him doing a lot of jar files. Okay, that's great. You made a lot of sprites. Arthex, I gotta remember that one. Okay, I'm gonna start knocking these out. Did I already watch this one? Back Home. So he's doing some pencil-y... Oh, this is only 2 minutes. Great. Oh, he's a 3D Studio Max guy. Well, he's a really big money, big spender guy here. He's a real big money guy here. This is interesting because I haven't seen a lot of 3D Studio Max before. It is a hang gliding squirrel. Not a flying squirrel, but maybe it's the squirrel that's always dreamed of being a flying squirrel, so he got a hang glider so he can be a flying squirrel. What in the world? I'm not sure if that's a mountain or an acorn. Looks like that's a tree. Yeah, 3D Studio Max seems to be fairly complicated. People said Blender was complicated. It's a good grief. The squirrel has a jacket on. Bombs on his hang glider. That's interesting. So I'm assuming this is another that worked in a team. Is this even a Ludum Dare? Yeah, Unity 2017. Not sure if this is a team game or another individual. Back home play. Is that it? He just hang glides. Try our game, link in description. Teammates for the dev. So this is another 3-person team. Okay. Snake out of power. So I got 3 more to watch. Then I'll be done with time lapses. I wish it would automagically go to 1080. It's like, don't start playing until you're ready to play in 1080p. Because I can't see anything. It's almost like I need to force it to 1080. Then it will wait. Yeah, there we go. You just have to force it to 1080p. Oh, is this, this isn't Pixel Byte, is it? Is this Pixel Byte? I thought I saw Pixel Byte. Our friend Recursor. I think Recursor usually has a picture of himself. But I thought I saw Pixel Byte. It must have been something else. Jam ends 2 hours. What? 2 hours? Is this just like the last 2 hours? He made a game in 2 hours. He waited till the very end or something. What? Or am I just not seeing the days? It's like he's going for the ultimate challenge of making a game in 3 hours. Maybe, I don't know. This is like the procrastinator's jam. Wait till the last 3 hours to make your game. Okay, that's interesting. That's kind of like me doing my outlines. Okay, I'm almost going up on the 2 hours. I think I'll be almost exactly at 2 hours of watching time-lapse videos. Little battery meter. I think a lot of people did the battery meter, including myself. Yeah, I could have turned on some music, but at this point, it's like if they didn't include their own music. Oh, maybe I just have it muted. There we go. I was missing the music. 6 minutes. Did he not even submit it? Or, I guess he's got the submission hour, but it looks like he's still working on his game. See, he's working past the deadline. What is with this guy? It's like you're doing a time lapse showing yourself cheating past the deadline. It's like once you failed the deadline, then you took the timer off. What is this nonsense? He submitted it, but he's showing himself working past the deadline. Okay, first thing I gotta do is unmute. Ludum Dare 39 theme running out of power game battery by Senilium. Let's force this to 1080 or 720, whatever it is. Wow, this looks terrible for 720p. Obviously not English is his first language. Oh, it is a Godot engine game. Oh man, how long is it? Oh no, we're not doing 19 minutes. I don't even know if we're doing doubly speed on this one. I wish I had quadruply speed. We need quadruply speed on this one. Yeah, I did quite a bit, not a ton, but a week or two of Godot programming for my Sky Combat game where I modeled an F-14 Tomcat. Dude, your time lapse is so slow. I'm watching it in double speed and it's still slow. This isn't even a time lapse. This is like a live stream. It's not a time lapse if you do it in real time. This is not a time lapse. This is real time. It looks like it's in real time at double speed. Okay. No. Just no. Okay, this is the last one that I got queued up. 2 minutes, thank goodness. Running out of power. Well, it could be worse. Time for breakfast and theme thinking. See, I'm not one of these thinkers that has to think about the theme for forever and think about game ideas. It's like, okay, I got something, I'm going with it. Why is it so hot today? So here's a Krita user. That's what Dylan uses, Krita. I think I have Krita, or maybe it's a free... Krita may be free, I'm not sure. You can do cool, like hand-drawn art style with it. I hate people when people put, oh, I'm going to bed, I'm eating dinner, I'm going out for coffee. Nobody cares. I just want to see you making the game. I guess it is helpful if you're live streaming the whole thing, but I would just kill the stream and come back later. I mean, I know you do hate losing the viewers, but it's better to end your stream than like leave people hanging there. Especially if they don't know when you're coming back. Hey, it looks like Dragon Warrior. Look at that. SF Charge Krita. I need to learn Krita. I got a laundry list of things to learn now. I need to learn hacks. I need to learn Krita. I need to learn Construct 3. See what's different in Construct 3. I need to learn Love 2D. and those new audio tools that I found out about. It is kind of neat to see all of the different engines and tools from these time lapses. Seems like they've all been kind of different one way or another. It isn't like I've seen 20 game makers in a row. But yeah, in our game design group, it's like Unity and Game Maker. Those are the big two that we use in Knoxville game design. I haven't seen any Unreal Engines. That's kind of interesting. Seems like Unreal Engine's kind of bloated. Oh, what's that tool? That's kind of neat. Sibelius? Is that like the education secretary? Okay, I'm calling an end to the time-lapse video watching. I appreciate everybody watching the stream. It's something let me do a full camera. I don't know why it's losing the sides there. But yeah, hopefully this is something that I'll continue to do in the future after game dev, after game development competitions. I think Ludum Dare is one of the few that actively does time-lapse videos. But maybe there are some other game jams out there that do time. I know some people do them for GM48, but it seems like there's not a lot. It seems like Ludum Dare is like the one that people really go out and do time-lapse videos. But hey, maybe I'll go back and find some of the older Ludum Dares, like back when I started Ludum Dare 26 and watch some time-lapse videos back then. I think that would be pretty cool. But yeah, it's just something that I can do, I can talk about, and it doesn't require like a lot of taxing mental processing on my part of like always programming games. It gives my brain a little bit of a break. So anyway, I appreciate everyone watching. I may be back in a few days, maybe back tomorrow playing some more Ludum Dare 39 games. I'd actually like to play some of the games that I watched time lapses for tonight. So anyway, until next time, thanks everyone for watching.
Thank you.